Have you ever wanted to discover what's missing in your life? Metaphysics is available to all and is part of your life even if you don't know it. Welcome to Metaphysics, a view through the veil with Barb Crowley. Together we'll explore the mysteries behind metaphysics and how to use it to have a deeper understanding and advantage in life. And now here's your host, Barb Crowley.
Hi, this is Barb Crowley, and welcome to Metaphysics, a View Through the Veil. Today we're talking to Franziska Siragusa. And would you pronounce your name for me? You say
Yes,
it's so lovely.
Franziska Siragusa.
Thank you so much. That just the way you say it is really beautiful, actually. Franziska is an international ascension leader and principal teacher at the Diana Cooper School of White Light. She teaches online and travels worldwide to conduct workshops and certified teacher trainings. She's coming to us from Rome, Italy this morning, which is fabulous. And she has a new book out, and she's going to talk to us about Feng Shui with angels, unicorns, and dragons, which is pretty interesting. I know a little about Feng Shui, but I've never used angels and never even considered unicorns and dragons. So welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you so much for inviting me, Barb.
And thanks. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you've come on. So let's start with Feng Shui. Tell my audience about that. I know a little bit about it, and I've had it done in my house, always to great response, actually. Things certainly flow well. But anyway, let me quit talking and let you talk.
Yes, so I mean, the traditional Feng Shui, so Feng Shui actually means wind, water. And from ancient times, these forces were thought to direct the flow of the universal energies, or qi, which must be unimpeded for perfect health. So Feng Shui is a traditional Chinese practice that uses energy to harmonize people with their surrounding. It's based on the belief that the arrangement of objects, structures, and space can affect the flow of energy and influence different aspects of your life.
How did you get into it? What brought you to Feng Shui?
Well, I remember, it started actually when I moved here to Rome. It was in 2002. I remember being in a bookshop and I saw this book on the shelf and thought, oh, wow, let's buy this. So that's when when I looked into it for the first time, and I applied the principles to the home I was living in at that time. And I even bought, I think I bought another one as well. So I had like two of these books, and I've applied them to my two previous homes. So when I moved into this one, which was about 4 years ago, I didn't really bother. Also, I had evolved a lot in this time. It was like more than 20 years ago, and I became a spiritual teacher, a full-time spiritual teacher. And I just intuitively placed everything. And then it happened that literally my guides dropped this title for a book into my mind, Feng Shui with angels, unicorns, and dragons. And I was so surprised, this was like completely unexpected. I never thought of writing a book with Feng Shui in the title. Although, like I said, it had attracted me and I was familiar with some of its principles. So what was so amazing about this, once this inspiration came in, it was like a push from the angels, I guess. I was able to literally work in my home while writing the book. So as I was focusing on each area, I would be writing the book at the same time. So I was able to share my experience and what I've discovered and how I involved angels or unicorns or dragons for that particular area. So it was very interesting and very enjoyable at the time when I was working on this book.
Did you have, before that, when you were using Feng Shui in your first, two homes, your previous homes,
Yes.
did you have angels involved then?
No,
They
no,
came with this house, huh?
no. Because I was started to connect with angels later. That would have been around 2007, maybe 2007, 2008. It would have been later.
And that was in your work in with Ascension, right?
Yes, yes. So I'm a principal teacher of the Diana Cooper School of White Light. So
I
this
don't
is,
know that school at all. So,
y-
if you could, if you don't
yeah,
mind explaining that.
yes. It's a beautiful, very vibrant organization established by Diana Cooper in 2002.
Mm-hmm.
So with this school, you can train to become a certified teacher. And we have different topics. So angels would be one of the topics, ascension, dragons, unicorns, Atlantis, Lemuria, how to
Mm-hmm.
transform your life, so all these spiritual topics.
But
And
what does ascension mean?
ascension is when we raise our consciousness, we ascend with our consciousness.
So, and we're raising our vibration and all.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
when we raise our vibrations. So right now, the whole planet is ascending. So we are
I
literally,
hope so. It looks like we're going in the other direction.
well, it just looks chaotic. It looks chaotic at the moment.
Yeah.
So basically, we also talk about the golden age, the new golden age, which is coming. So at the moment, the Earth is shifting from 3D to 5D. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a double dimensional shift. It's something that never happened before. And this
Yeah.
is happening literally in 20 years. So
From
the
now,
last,
in 20
yeah,
years from now.
the new golden age is set to start in 2032, so not
Mhm.
that far
Oh,
off.
thank God. You're killing
And
hope here.
it's because the last cosmic era ended in 2012,
Hmm.
and a cosmic era lasts 260,000 years.
Wow.
And it's said to be the outbreath of God or the outbreath of Source. So between 2012 and 2032, there are 20 years,
Hmm.
and that is a transition period. And Source is breathing in. So he is taking back all that no longer works.
Oh, wow.
And then he will
Yeah.
breathe out again. So we start a new cosmic era, which
Hmm.
is going to be a golden age.
And what is the golden age? What will it
Well,
be?
yes, so everyone will be fifth dimensional. So
Hmm.
right now, a lot of more people are becoming spiritually awake.
Right.
Have you
The
noticed
veil
that?
is getting thinner. That I know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
veil there at the back. The veil is getting thinner. A
Hmm.
lot of people are, you know, waking up. They are becoming aware that they are not just this body here, that they have a soul, that they
Hmm.
can tune in and receive messages from their soul, from the highest self. And they want to know more. So they want to learn about angels, unicorns, dragons.
Yeah. And does that mean that the darkness, let's say, is battling against? Because it seems like the darkness has come up in full force in many ways.
Well, I don't think it's really a battle. Yes, I mean, it's coming up, yes,
Hmm.
because literally it has to be transmuted. So for everyone, every single person to become fifth dimensional, everything that is not fifth dimensional will have to come to the surface to be transmuted.
Hmm.
But it's because the earth herself has decided she's ascending into the fifth dimension and the whole universe is behind her. We
Hmm.
don't really have any choice.
Yeah.
So we just have to go with her.
Hmm.
So this is just happening automatically. And
Yeah.
it's chaotic. It seems chaotic because we are on this transition period where everyone is asked to transmute
Hmm.
anything that is lower than fifth dimension.
Does anybody have the right to say no?
They can say no, but they may not feel comfortable any longer. So if they say no, they may decide to leave this
Mhm.
earth plane and go somewhere else.
Right. Now, is this just happening on the Earth plane, or is it through all the dimensions and all the universes?
It happens for all the stars and planets. The whole
Yeah.
universe is stepping up.
Yeah. Thanks for that little segue. Yeah. Thanks. Let's um come back to Feng Shui.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was
no, but
getting
I
very
wanted to
excited.
know about that. Yeah, I wanted to know what's an ascension master. And
Yeah.
the School of White Light, is that's an international school?
Oh, yes, we have teachers from all over the world, Europe, USA, India, Asia, Taiwan, India, a lot of countries.
And who is Diana Cooper?
Well, Diana Cooper, she's quite a famous author. She has published 34 books in 28 languages.
Wow, I
And,
apologize for my ignorance.
oh, don't worry. Well,
Wow.
you can't know everyone, but you may want to look into her.
I
So
think I will, yeah. She sounds
yeah,
interesting. Yeah.
yeah. So she has published many books about angels, and the latest book she has published is called The Golden Future.
Mm,
So it's all about it's a book that it's really inspiring you to think out of the box, to really imagine what life could be like,
right.
very different way of living.
Hmm.
Um,
Different vibration.
yeah, a very different vibration. If everyone is just out there to help each other, can you imagine? Or like there being no
No,
money, for
I
example.
can't
It's like
imagine in the where we are
it's
right
difficult
now.
to,
You know,
it's difficult to imagine, but imagine there are people who love building houses, and if you
Mhm.
need one, they will just build one for you.
Wow. Yeah, now that I'd like to say that I'm looking forward to. Well,
Yeah,
I'm
or like
looking
if
forward just to people relaxing and not
yeah,
being so,
relaxing.
yeah, so
Exactly.
crazy.
Or imagine there is no ownership. So you don't have to own anything. Whatever you need will be provided for you. Let's say you want
Right.
to drive somewhere in a car. You just think about it, and the car will come to your doorstep, and you can just either you can order it with a driver, or you may want to drive it yourself. And
Yeah.
it will be an ecological vehicle, and you can go anywhere you like.
You can't
So very
transport
different.
yet, though, huh? You need the
Yeah.
car. Still
Yes.
need the
Or
car.
you may be able to get really fast transport that takes you very quickly to us, to a country far away, to Australia or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, that would
So
be nice.
things will really change.
Mm-hmm. That's so it's like a psychic Uber.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
yes. So
Yeah.
I mean that book really opens your consciousness to what might be possible, because that's required to actually manifest it. So we are going to be co-creating this new golden age. So we need to have input, what it can be like, so we can hold a vision for
Uh-huh.
something much, much better than what we're living right now.
Right. Is it going to get worse before it gets better?
I I don't think so. I think we're
Mhm.
already in the middle of the chaos.
Yeah, it certainly is a lot of chaos. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But obviously this new golden age, we're going to create it. And
Mhm.
in 2032, that's when it starts. So Diana, she makes a beautiful example that right now we're like demolishing some old scruffy house,
Uh-huh.
and in 2032 we're going to start laying the first brick of a magnificent mansion. So
Wow.
it will start, but it's not like from day one everything is going to be, very wonderful
Instant. I
or
want
very different,
instant.
but
Yeah.
literally a new era that starts,
Yeah. Well,
and
that
more
will be
people.
nice to look
Yeah.
forward to that. Just the
Yeah.
relaxation, just the end of upset. I'd like to see that and the chaos as we talked about the chaos.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. All
have
right.
a more relaxed life, and do what we love doing. That's so much. That's so important. You know, be creative and do what we love doing.
Yeah. So nice. I wish I'd hurry. So from there, then you were practicing the ascension tools, and but feng shui was kind of on the side, and then you got a download from your guides. Hey, go here. And you know what surprises me? So you had feng shui two houses, and then you move into this house and didn't do it. So it's almost like you waited, until you got this download to say,
That's
okay,
true. Yes,
yeah,
exactly. The universe must have known this would happen.
yeah, yeah,
They didn't want me to do it already. They wanted me to literally do it and write about it in a book.
yeah. That's what struck me is, how weird
It's
that is.
true. It's
Yeah,
true.
yeah. So once you started, and is that the first time you used angels? Then in this third house, how did angels come into it?
No, no, because I was already a spiritual
Oh,
teacher,
that's
so
true.
I
Yeah.
was very actively teaching about angels.
Hmm.
But yeah, I
But
didn't
you
apply
didn't
feng
have,
shui, and
did
I
you
didn't,
have I'm sorry, did you have a house angel at that point before?
no, I didn't connect with that house angel. Only once I got this inspiration. I sat down and I connected with the
Mhm.
angel of the house, and it was so powerful. And the name dropped into my mind so easily, Dora. It was a feminine presence. I
Right,
could, yeah, it was very golden energy. And it was right here where I'm sitting now. It was like she's here. She was here on my left.
right.
And it was just amazing. And she told me that she would support me, with creating this book. It was
Hmm.
magical.
Now, you may not know this part yet, but if you move, does your angel go with you, or does
No,
it belong to the house?
it belongs to the house
Mhm.
because basically every building has an angel looking after it, no matter what type of building it is. So, it may be an office, it may be a dentist, it may be a church. Every building has an angel that looks after it. And what's really important to know is that when you walk into a building, with your energy, you affect the building. So
Mhm.
if you walk into a building being happy and positive, then you contribute to good energy in that space.
Mhm.
That's why it's really important, that we are always positive and happy, because that's the energy we transmit to others and we
Mhm.
bring in houses. So, yeah, so if you want to do this transformation of your home, the first step I recommend is that you connect with the angel of your
Mhm.
home.
And how do you do that?
You can do it with your intention. You just close your eyes.
Hmm.
It's like you go into a meditative state. So,
Yeah.
obviously, yeah, you would just close your eyes, breathe deeply, and then just call. But if you're happy, we can do this meditation at the end of the interview if you like, or would you like me to do it right now?
I have no idea. We probably at the end because afterwards we're going to be all relaxed and laid back, right?
Exactly. So
Yeah.
let's save that for the end, so I can
Okay. Yeah, that's
connect
good. And
our
then I can
viewers.
find my angel.
Exactly. I can
Yeah.
connect you and our viewers to the angel of the
Hmm.
home.
That's good. Um, I have friends who are in the process of moving, and I said to them, I don't understand what happens when you move, but somehow the place you leave and the place you go to, they both kind of throw a tantrum, you know, and things go wrong, things break, things that have worked like a charm for 25 years suddenly don't work. It's like that they're resetting an energy and they basically throw a tantrum because the energy's changing. Both you leaving one place and coming into the other. Now, I've just observed this, and it's always costly, unfortunately, you know. But is that the angel saying, "Well, let me say about this. I'm not sure I like you."
Well, let me share my own experience. So
Mhm.
I think you get really attached to home, and it's almost like your home becomes part of you. A
Yeah.
lot of your energy is there. So I think to actually leave a place requires a ritual on your part. So again, I would recommend to the angel of the house you're leaving, and you thank them for, looking
Hmm.
after the house while you were there, helping you, supporting you, and yeah, just tell them that it's now time for you to leave, and yeah, just do a ritual, and maybe even ask that your energy comes with you, because you don't necessarily want to leave your energy
Yeah.
in in the old place. So that may be something you could tell the angel of your home. So just tell them, what's happening, why you're leaving. And you can even ask them to look after the new, the
Hmm.
new people who come and move in. And
Yeah.
then as you move into your new place, again, connect to the angel of that home. Tell them, you're the one
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
What
here
if?
now to look after you and
Yeah.
support you.
Yeah. The new one. Yeah. What happens if the angel doesn't like you?
I don't think that is not something an angel would do, because angels are pure love.
It's like,
They,
yeah.
yeah, so they come from the heart of source,
Hmm.
and they will always act with unconditional love. So they will welcome you with love. They will
Okay.
send off the previous owner with love. They
Hmm.
will welcome the
Oh,
new
that's
owner
good to
with
hear.
love.
And what
Yes.
happens if you don't honor the angel? If you don't honor the home? Am I making myself understood or?
Yes, yes, you are. Well, if you're not spiritually aware, and you're not aware of consciousness, then it's true, you may not honor your home. So your angel, the angel of the home, will just be there and do his best to look
Mhm.
after the home, but may not be able to influence you, because your heart needs to be open to be able to communicate with an
Yeah.
angel. So if your heart is closed and your vibration is low, you would not, to believe in angels, you would not open your heart to them. So it'll
Hmm.
be the angel of that home would have a difficult job.
But still support you.
They will, well, angels, they support you if you ask. That's a
Hmm.
spiritual law. So if you like the angels to help you and work with you, then you need to ask.
Oh, okay. So they don't just normally do it because you're here.
Well, they will carry out their mission, whatever their mission is. So your guardian angel will have the mission, obviously, to look after you. But again, he will always respect your free will. So if you
Hmm.
would like consciously to work with your guardian angel to help you evolve and be on your highest path, you have to keep asking for things.
Hmm.
You say, help me to open my heart a bit more, or please clear my path today so everything goes smooth.
Yeah.
Find me
Yeah.
a parking space. You can ask anything.
Oh, so it's the angel can come out of the house, like find me a parking space.
No, no, not that one. No, no. The angel of your house will stay in your house. So
Oh,
if you
okay.
need a parking space, then that will be a different angel who will
Oh,
find
okay.
it for you.
Yeah. I'm thinking, oh, so that angel travels. Who's watching the house?
Exactly. No, no, no. So there are angels for everything. There are angels of
Mhm.
love, angels of peace, angels of transmutation, angels of freedom, angels of computers, anything, any
Yeah.
aspect of your life, there will be an angel. So if your computer is misbehaving, you can ask an angel to help it sort out.
Oh,
And your
yeah. Well,
good
that's
angel will
helpful.
come in and try and help.
Yeah, yeah. What happens if your house is cluttered or, anything like that?
Yes, so that's when the flow is blocked. You're blocking the
Yeah.
flow of
That's
energy.
actually where we're back to feng shui again, right?
Exactly, exactly. But that's also a general rule in your spiritual evolution. So if there are energies blocked within your system, the four body system, your physical body, your emotional body, your mental body, your spiritual body, any kind of block will hold you up. So the energy needs to flow everywhere in your aura, in your house, for you to move forward and achieve things or work in your mission. The energy has to flow. Yes.
Let's say clutter, is that coming from you or to you? Do you know
Yeah.
what I
So
mean?
the clutter in your house. So if you start hoarding things, that can create the energy to be blocked. So tidying is always a good idea.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, so let's say if my house is cluttered, that's my natural thing.
Yes. So if
That's
you
yeah,
yes,
it's not a result of not of the energy being upset. It's
no.
for
So
me
if
doing
you
it.
if you remove that clutter, then the things for you will go differently. It will affect you. So
Yeah,
it is connected, it is associated. So
yeah.
if you remove the clutter in your house, then your life will flow more smoothly. New
Okay.
things will come in for you, new opportunities.
So it's more cause and I'm more the cause than the effect, the result.
Well, yes,
Yeah.
because the clutter doesn't arrive by itself. Yes, you bring it into the house, or you're not throwing it away for some reason. You make
Right,
it
right.
attached. You make it attached to things, so you
Uh-huh.
don't throw them away.
That believe me, I've got that. Yeah. I've got, yeah, closets too full, things like that.
Or you're too busy. You just
Right.
keep saying, "Oh, I haven't got time."
Right, right. Don't want to deal with it. Don't
No,
want to make those
no,
decisions.
it's too
Yeah.
much work. It's
Right, right.
too stressful.
And can you ask the angels to help with that? Say,
Yes. So
I need to.
yes. So as I was creating this book
Hmm.
and I started working in each area of the house, there was so much support there from the angels. Um, it was impossible not to do it. You would just be pushed and you would get this surge of energy making you do it. And the other amazing thing is if there are other people living with you, they will start tidying as well when you do
Hmm.
it. So I remember this. I was thinking, okay, next thing I have to do is clear my bathroom cabinet. Then I
Yeah.
find my daughter in there doing it already.
Oh,
It's like,
wow. Yeah.
yeah, because when the energies start flowing, everyone will start doing it in your
Right.
house.
Now, is that the angel saying, "Hey, go clear the bathroom, cabinet," and sending it out to everybody in the house? Go clear that.
Yeah, I haven't thought about that, but I guess it is.
Hmm.
I guess it is, or maybe a lot of different elements come in, maybe telepathy as well. So I'm thinking about the bathroom cabinet. My
Yeah.
daughter may have literally picked it up. Okay, the
Yeah.
bathroom cabinet needs clearing. Let me do it.
There are a whole lot of people right now sitting down and thinking about something and hoping somebody else does it. You know, thinking, let me think about vacuuming and maybe somebody will vacuum.
Yes, yes. Or I mean, I clear here in this space, and my daughter will start clearing her own space. That
Hmm.
kind of thing.
Right,
Uh,
right. So when you
eh,
started to feng shui your house, and the had you already met the angel by the time you decided to feng shui your house?
the angel of the home. It was
Yeah.
literally at the beginning. Um, so when I got the title for the book, I think
Hmm.
that's when I thought, okay, maybe I need to connect. I mean, I'm sure I must have known about angels of the home already, and I may have
Yeah.
even, called them in casually, but not at such a deep level. So on this
Mhm.
occasion, I was meditating and I wanted to involve them in this project and
Right.
asking their name as well. So I was more interested in them.
Yeah, yeah. And did they help you feng shui? So feng shui is very mental of to me, and I might be wrong on this. I mean, it's energetic, you feel it, but when you're placing items, when I'm looking at a bagua of
Yes,
my home, I then look around and look at the flow. So I'm going mental at that point and looking at the bagua and looking at, oh, that shouldn't be over there. Yeah. Or I'm blocking the flow. But that's more the mental of how to do it. Now, if I turn around and I change that, this is my experience I had
yes.
other people do it because I had other people come into my home and do.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
and they would just move something, even sometimes like a foot over, and it's like, oh my God, that's so much better. It looks better, it feels better.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
it's amazing. But I
Yes.
would not have known to do it. It
Uh-huh.
would have been, unless like I sat down with the Bhagwan and mentally did it,
Mhm.
So at that point, are you so with your own home and you now know your angel? Did you have to look at the Bhagwa or could you just say to the angel, okay, where should this go?
Mhm. No, no, I still looked at the Bagua, and in fact, I created a very special Bagua for this book.
Oh, you
And so
did? Okay,
just
good. Tell me about that.
let me explain it first.
Uh-huh.
So I explain what the Bagua is. So the Bagua is an energetic map that guides the application of Feng Shui in a place. Bagua means 8 symbols, and it refers to 8 divinatory trigrams, also known as the 8 aspirations. So
Mm-hmm.
traditionally, it would have been represented as an octagon and with 8 sections around it. And in the center, you would see the yin yang symbol,
Mm-hmm.
the Tai Chi, also known as Tai Chi.
Uh-huh.
And so the idea was that when the 8 aspirations are met, the result is Tai Chi, and Tai Chi is perfect harmony. So in the Bagua, each area relates to a part of your home and an aspect of your life. So
Mm-hmm.
what I did is I tuned in to higher aspects. So as we can raise our vibration,
Mm-hmm.
certain aspects of our life, we can raise them. So to give you an example, for example, square number 1 is usually associated with your career. And I've called it your life mission. So in my book, my book is divided into weeks. So it's like you can work through the book in 10 weeks.
Uh-huh.
So when you work with this particular area, it's about your life mission. So what would I do? I would look at where this area is in my home. Then I would think about, okay, am I happy with this? Does everything look,
Mm-hmm.
placed for good energy flow? Is there anything I need to tidy up? Is there anything I need to add? And I would do that with the angel.
Mm-hmm.
So I would literally do like a short clearing visualization for that part, with lighting a candle, lighting incense. I would call in dragons or unicorns. It depends on what it was. So with
Right.
each area, I may have done it slightly
And we
different.
haven't talked about them yet, but sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, we haven't talked about them yet, but for each area, I may have done it slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have also called in the angel that can help with that particular aspect. So, for example, your life mission, it would be Archangel Gabriel that is particularly helpful with your life mission. as well as unicorns. So we haven't talked about unicorns yet.
No, no. And so you'd have your house angel, and then you'd bring in Archangel Gabriel as
Yes,
well. Yeah.
I'm bringing different archangels. I'm
Mhm.
bringing in, like I said, unicorns, dragons, depending on what that area is about. I will bring in the relevant higher beings.
Right.
Also, there are also some masters, some ascended masters are mentioned in the book,
Hmm.
like Lord Kutumi or the goddess Guan Yin.
Hmm.
They have also stepped forward to be part of the book and for certain work that is being done. So in the
Now,
book, you're
I
not
have to
just
ask
working on your house,
real
but also on yourself.
I have to ask real quick, why do you need to go up the hierarchy? Why do you need to, let's say, not only your house angel, but then the archangels, but then you're going up the hierarchy to more powerful
Mhm.
spirits. So
Well, they're all equal. They just have different jobs.
yeah, yeah.
So
I do
you don't
think of them
necessarily,
as
yeah. So you don't
hierarchical.
necessarily say, yeah. I don't usually use the word hierarchy. So sometimes in the past we would refer to the spiritual hierarchy, whereas I think it's better suited now to say the spiritual realms.
Hmm.
And so even though beings vibrate at a different frequency, they're all equal. They're just vibrating at a different frequency to carry out their job. So their
Hmm.
frequency is associated with what their mission is.
And
Yeah,
would you,
that's
how
how
do
I
you
see
know
it.
to call them in, or would they just appear? In other words, oh, Gabriel's here, or do you say, please come in to assist?
Yes. So if I want Gabriel to come in, he will come in.
Yeah, but you need to
Um,
want
if
him first.
if I just tune in and I see, okay, who'd like to come in and help with that, someone may
Okay.
just come in and I'll know who it is.
Okay, gotcha. That's what I wanted to know. Do you instigate it? Sorry. Okay, so should we bring in the unicorn and right now, or do you want to wait on
Y-
that?
Now, of course, we can bring in the unicorns. So yeah, everyone is familiar with angels,
Hmm.
and but unicorns, yeah, then they may find it
Yeah,
strange
that's
to
new.
work
Yeah.
with a unicorn. They think it's a myth or a
Hmm.
children's toy.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
unicorns, they are also higher beings. They are enlightened beings. And like angels, they reside in the higher dimensions. So angels and unicorns reside from the seventh dimension onwards. So
Hmm.
again, depending, on what their work is, what their job is, they will be in a different dimension. The horns that the unicorns have, it's
Right.
actually a spiral of energy. So they can use it almost like a laser to transmit energy to you, or even to
Hmm.
help you release something, to take something away from you. And the unicorns, they are really here now in great numbers. And the reason why we know this is because we see them everywhere.
Uh-huh.
Have you noticed how in these last few years there are unicorns everywhere? They're on the t-shirts, on the cups,
Right.
the
Stuffed
children's
animals. Yeah.
accessories. They're everywhere. Every shop you go into, you probably find something with a unicorn on it
Yeah. Yeah.
because they want us to know that they are here. And they are here to help with the shift, which we've talked about earlier,
Hmm.
the shift of Earth from the fifth to the seventh dimension. And
We're
also
going from fifth to seventh or third to fifth.
third to fifth. Did I
I was
say the
going to say, oh
religious
my
stuff?
God, we might just disappear in seven.
No, 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 no. Sorry, third
If
to
we're having
fifth.
a hard time from 3 to 5,
No, no, no,
we'll
no. Well,
vaporize.
not yet. We will do
Yeah.
eventually, but not
But we're
yet.
coming from a pretty low area to make it to seven.
Yeah, yeah. So the special mission of the unicorns is to help you work in your mission. They really work to help you align with what your soul intended for you to do while you are in this incarnation. That is their special job. And just as you can have a guardian angel, I mean, everyone has a guardian
Right.
angel, whether you want one or not,
Yeah.
but you can have a unicorn to work with you. So you can have your own personal unicorn. And that unicorn will guide you and help you, always aligned with your soul intention.
Okay, so the unicorn is connected to you, not so much to the house. Like the
Yeah.
angel is connected to
Yeah,
the
there is
house. Yeah.
specifically an angel connected to your house, but
Yeah, but the
yeah.
unicorn is you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the unicorn, it's attracted by the purity of your intentions. If you're a good person, if you're a loving person, your heart is open, then a unicorn will be attracted to you and it will
Mhm.
be very happy to work with you.
Right. So not everybody has unicorns?
Um, I think if unicorns are in your, I mean, there may be people who are very much fascinated or attracted by unicorns, but they don't know that you can actually have a unicorn like you can have an angel.
Right,
You
right.
may actually be working with a unicorn, but unconsciously. But
Hmm.
there will be many people out there now who are consciously working with unicorns.
And how about dragons?
Yes. So dragons may be even more difficult to get your head around that. So it also depends on culture, doesn't it? And there are many misconceptions about, out there about dragons. There are a lot of scary movies
Oh
with dragons.
yeah, yeah. It's like, oh, you know.
Yeah. So in Asian countries, dragons are considered auspicious, bringers of good fortune, and they're part of the culture. So to them, it's not strange
Hmm.
that you would call in a dragon. And
Are
they're
they frightening to them in that culture? Where they are to us, where dragon is
I
something
don't
that
think,
breathes
no, I don't think,
fire and destroys.
no, 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 I don't think they're frightening to them.
Yeah.
No,
So
they're
they're more
revered,
energetically
yeah, they're
aligned.
revered as higher beings, and they're actually also a traditional Feng Shui symbol and a Feng Shui tool, dragons.
Hmm.
So dragons are in our consciousness in the West and in the East. That's why, why there are all these myths, these legends, these stories of films. They wouldn't be there if dragons didn't really exist.
Hmm.
So dragons are in our consciousness from the beginning of time. And in fact, in our school, we teach that dragons were literally there when the earth was birthed. So they
Hmm.
helped to clear the energies around the earth, and the angels were coming in when Source was birthing the earth. And yeah, so since 2012, thousands of dragons have started returning to support Earth. They're also here for the shift. And the angels as well. There are many, many more angels here now than before. That's why maybe many, many more people are connecting with them, because
Right.
they've all come in, angels, unicorns, dragons, to help to support Earth with this shift. And there are also galactic dragons. Since 2015, galactic dragons have started coming in, and they are bringing awesome energies from their stellar homes.
What is
And dragons,
galactic?
galactic, it means they come from the stars, like the
Okay.
maybe
Yeah.
dragons from Sirius or dragons from Orion.
Hmm.
And they are very loving and very dedicated to help us ascend. Dragons are also part of the angelic realms. So they will also act with love, with unconditional love, in the same way as angels and unicorns do.
Do I get my own dragon?
You can, yes, I was going to come to that. You can have your own personal dragon. And dragons, their speciality is to clear lower energies.
Uh-huh.
So they're perfect for,
That
clearing the
might be
energy
why we find them scary,
in your
getting rid
home.
of, yeah, getting rid of those. What are elemental dragons?
Yes, so they are elemental dragons. So as humans, we have four elements. Yeah, they are made up of either one, two, or three elements. So they can be earth dragons. So for example, earth dragons, we can send them, we can ask them to dive into the earth to clear the ley lines.
Underneath your house.
Yes,
Yeah.
or we can ask air dragon to blow air to clear something. With air, they can inspire you as well. They can give you great ideas.
That helps. Yeah.
Yes,
And you
yes.
actually, during the meditation, you actually call them in. You
Oh
ask
yes,
for their help. They're not
yes. So
just there at, all of a
no, no,
sudden,
no, 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 no.
oh, a dragon.
No, I asked them to do a specific thing. So as you work your way through the book, each area of your house, which includes an aspect of yourself, you know, I will
Mhm.
call in whatever is most suitable, a specific archangel, a specific dragon, unicorns, whatever I feel is the best. And the book also it gives you it gives you the basic information about all these higher beings. So even
Uh-huh.
if you're someone who has never connected with angels, unicorns, or dragons, you will find the information in there, with tips on how to interact with them, not just for the house, but
Right.
for anything.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
Yes.
can, like angels, even though you have a house angel, you might be looking for that parking space and call in an angel for that kind of thing. You can do the same with dragons. Just,
Yes.
hey,
Yes.
I need
Yes.
some
Yes.
help here.
You can.
Yeah. And again, I might have missed it. What do they specialize in? That
The dragons. Yeah, the dragons to clear lower
oh,
energy.
that's
That
right. You did
is
say
their
that. Sorry.
speciality. Yeah. So a good thing, they can do for you is you can ask them to clear your path.
Mm-hmm.
As you're going through your day, you can ask your dragon to clear your path. So everything you do in that day can go smoothly.
Mm-hmm. What is a Monadic?
Monad,
Monadic?
monadic,
Yeah.
monad. The monad is your highest dimensional aspect. So
Mm-hmm.
it's an aspect that is beyond your soul. So it's higher than your soul. So it's the first time you hear about the
Yeah.
monad.
Yeah, I'm
Uh-huh.
not familiar
Okay.
with it at all.
So the monad is, we can call it the original divine spark. So Source sent out these sparks, which we can call monad. They're
Mm-hmm.
also known as I am presence, or even your divine self, may be an appropriate
Is it God
name
or
for them. Yeah, it's literally a spark
Mhm.
of God energy. And this monad is incredibly powerful. So the monad, it will send out in the same way as God sent out monads. The monad sent out can send out 12 aspects of itself.
Mhm.
And that's what the souls are. So a soul is part of a monad, and you have 11 soul brothers or soul sisters. As you evolve, you merge back with your monad. You become aware of this higher aspect of yourself, and you can access its wisdom and its teachings.
Tell me about the other 11 parts.
Yeah. So the your 11 soul brothers and soul sisters, the 12 of you do the same thing. You also send out 12 extensions.
Mhm.
So the personality, what you are here on earth, you share your soul with 11 other extensions. Hold on.
Yeah.
This is part of the ascension journey. When you go through the ascension journey, you pass initiations. So it depends where you are with your initiations. So, for example, the third initiation is also known as the soul merge. At that time, you would be merging with the energy that is your soul. And at the same time, the other 11 will do the same because you can't ascend by yourself. It's always a group
Right.
thing.
Are they like parallel lives or?
They may be incarnated, yeah, somewhere else on different stars. They may be in between incarnations. But what happens is when you merge with your soul, you have access to the to the wisdom that each one of them has accumulated.
Wow. Yeah.
So
So
as you evolve, you become wiser, but also because you have access to
yeah, so
more
your memory
wisdom.
pool is actually
Yeah.
takes in the other 11 as well as
Yes.
your own.
Yes.
Yeah.
And again, you're always on the journey, you're always moving higher. So when the time has come, you can merge with your monad, and
Hmm.
then you have access to even more awesome wisdom. And your monad then becomes your teacher.
Are you aware of your other 11 monads from your training? Have you had the ability to be aware of them and their experiences?
Well, I've been aware of them in the sense that I have created. I remember this specific workshop that I've created where you literally will call them in. So
Hmm.
I offer workshops. So I
Yeah.
remember this one. I actually called it soul retrieval, whereas soul retrieval sometimes is understood differently.
Yeah.
But I applied it to this particular workshop. So we were traveling somewhere. I don't remember now all the details, but let me try
Yeah.
and remember.
No, that's okay.
So we were traveling somewhere. So you would sit there. I remember I've asked people to imagine a circle, maybe with 12 dots. You would be
Hmm.
sitting on one of them, and then we would call in one after the other until they were all sitting there. And then we would merge. So we would connect, I would connect with whoever's on my right, my aura with my aura, with my consciousness. We
Yeah.
will connect to the person. So until we become a group consciousness.
Hmm.
And then as a group consciousness, we can then move on and do,
The next
merge,
level. Yeah.
merge with the monad. I don't remember now exactly how I've structured it, but it was
Yeah.
along those lines. It was certainly very powerful.
Hmm. And when you call them in, is it very familiar? Are they do you know them?
Yes, you would. Yes,
Yeah,
you
as part of
because
yourself, where it'd be
it's
like,
all
oh,
you. Yeah, they're
yeah,
all a part of you.
yeah.
And it could even happen that you have memory surfacing of a past life,
Hmm.
but it not necessarily literally have been, this personality's life. It may have been one of the others.
Yeah.
It's difficult to know, but
So, so
yeah.
do you use them with, I'm coming back to the feng shui thing.
Yeah.
Do you, do you use them when you're doing feng shui, do you bring them in to assist you in doing it?
Well, actually, that brings me back to the
The-
Bagua. We never, as if we
Yeah,
never
yeah.
finished talking about this. So, I just like to give you the names of the areas how
Uh-huh.
I've done. So the first one, your life mission. Traditionally, it was your career.
Yeah.
Second, your beautiful open heart, which
Hmm.
is about relationships, traditionally relationships. The gifts of your ancestors, that's the family one.
Hmm.
Open up to abundance is the wealth one. Balance and glorious health. Incredible higher support in the traditional one that was helpful people, but I'm now extending it to the angelic realms.
Uh-huh.
You may have helpful people, but you also have angelic support.
Right.
The area which was associated with children, I'm calling it never-ending creativity.
Mm-hmm.
And then embodying your soul and accessing its wisdom. So this section is about what I've just described. When you achieve this initiation, where you merge with your soul and you have access to its wisdom. So in this particular section, you would be working
Mm-hmm.
on that. And then the last one, which traditionally is fame, I
Mm-hmm.
called it your true magnificence. That's when I take you also on a journey to merge with the monad.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
So you
Got it.
see,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's what I meant when I tuned into the higher aspects of each area. So
Mm-hmm.
you work in your house, on your home, the particular area, but you also work at the same time on the aspects of yourself that are associated with that area.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking you almost like on two journeys
Right, right.
in one.
And you use crystals as well to assist.
Absolutely. I mean, crystals, they really bring you home. They make your home alive. Do you have crystals?
I do. Well, I
You
do,
do.
but I don't know them very well.
Yes.
A lot of them have been gifted to me.
Uh-huh. Well, they raise your frequency. I mean, I have this
Mhm.
beautiful one.
Oh, that is
I was given
gorgeous.
it as a gift in January,
Yeah.
and it's such a
Wow. Yeah.
beautiful one.
And is that a quartz crystal?
Well, it's a zestolite, a zestolite. When I was given it as a gift from
Yeah, it is
uh,
beautiful. Yeah.
teacher, a teacher from our school, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to Singapore to conduct a training in his studio, and he gave me this as a
Wow.
gift.
Yeah.
And I have this beautiful dragon here.
Oh, yeah, I love that. And
Yes,
for
I was
those of
gifted
you
this.
who are listening, you have to come to YouTube to see this.
It's
Yeah, that's
amazing. I was given
gorgeous.
this
Yeah. And
in
it
Taiwan.
is, yeah, it is a dragon.
Yes, this is a dragon from a student called Tina. I was doing the dragon teacher training,
Mm-hmm.
and she gifted me this.
Yeah.
I was so happy.
That's gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah. So we can also, yeah, we can use crystals. They can help you raise the frequency in your areas, and we can
Mm-hmm.
also dedicate them. Like we can ask crystals specifically to work with you to raise the frequency in your home and to help the energies to flow.
Right. And the bagua, it not only goes over your home, and you use the bagua to set up those areas, but it's also per room as well,
Yes,
right? Yeah.
yes, you can anchor or you can activate an area, a bagua area, in one room. So so you can apply the map
Mm-hmm.
on the whole floor plan, but also in one room.
Right.
So many of the areas I have activated in this room. This is my
Right.
my main room where I do my work, where I receive my inspirations, and also
Mm-hmm.
some areas you wouldn't activate them in your bathroom or anything. So if they fall somewhere which is not suitable, you activate them somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. So the angels, unicorns, and dragons, are they your transformation team?
Yes, so your
Yeah.
transformation team is your angel of the home.
Uh-huh.
It's your personal dragon. So in the book, I will connect you with your personal dragon, your personal unicorn, your guardian angel. We also, everyone has an overlighting archangel. So I will
Mm-hmm.
also connect you with the overlighting archangel. And there are also other higher beings that work with you. So, we are never alone. You always have a team of supporters around you. So there may be, different archangels working with you. there may be certain masters, goddesses.
Hmm.
They're around you. They're literally your ascension team. But yeah,
And they're working on your behalf, whether you call them in or not, right? I mean, you
well,
don't have to actively call them in to get the assist.
yes.
They're there for you.
Well, as a spiritual being,
Hmm.
you may be working at nighttime. So everyone who's spiritually awake, even the ones who are not spiritually awake, they
Yeah.
will have an ascended master that they work for. So
Hmm.
at night, you will be probably visiting the retreat, the etheric retreat or ashram, whatever you want to call it, of that master. And there is work that you are carrying out at night.
Hmm. Which is why you're exhausted in the morning.
Possibly.
Yeah. Yeah. So, how has this, you've worked with students with this, and then you also, do you also go into people's home and actually feng shui for them or?
Well, that's an interesting question. That has not happened yet. It
Mhm.
may happen once my book comes out,
Yeah, yeah.
because I have taken two people through this course before it literally became this book,
Mm-hmm.
and they gave me some wonderful feedback for it. So one was Camilla. So she said she found the exercises very, very powerful and also very practical, because
Mm-hmm.
it's when you follow the exercises in there, it's quite
And you
easy,
have
quite straightforward.
a 10-day um, thing to feng shui in your book. Is there 10-day?
10 week.
10-week. Oh,
I
okay.
think,
I
yeah,
want
I think,
instant.
yeah, but I mean, it will literally take you some time. You may need to tidy up a lot of things.
Yeah, yeah.
So you can't just do it that quickly in 10 days. And also you may have a job.
Yeah, really, you might have a life.
I mean, you can go through it as quickly as you like, but
Yeah, it's set
it's
up for 10 weeks.
structured
Yeah.
into 10 weeks. And that's what I was doing with these two students.
How
And
did their lives change?
yeah, she said, so the other one said her house, and her angel had an amazing journey, bringing beautiful high energy into the house to make it a living place filled with love and light. And Camilla also said it changed the way she lived her life. I think your consciousness just expands and you look
Hmm.
at things in a different way when you work with the angels. And another one who didn't work with me through the course, but who got a copy of all the books, she said it helped her to fall in love with her home and life, and it created miracles for her.
Oh, that's nice. We want miracles.
Yeah, because when the energy flows, so many really beautiful things happen for you that it's like it's miracles.
I know when I had those people in and they feng shuied my house, things changed. Well, not only did the house look better and feel better, as I said earlier, you move something a little bit and you think, oh my God, it's so much better there. But and then the feeling, of course. But my life did change. Things went on that I honestly don't think could have gone on before they were in. I think it opened up places, for me to move that I didn't have before.
Yeah.
I didn't. I was able to buy another home. And believe me, I had no money at all. So this was a real revolution. It's like, oh my
Wow.
God, and everything came together, and I was able to buy another home, which
Wow.
was yeah, it was beyond my reach before it.
Ah, so
Frankly,
you
it
you are
changed that
definitely in
much.
the flow. You definitely
Yeah,
came into
yeah.
the flow.
I know. It's fabulous. It's like, And then I had them come back in for the new home and realized very quickly I had so much to do before they could work. That, like I had to paint my front door. I mean, it was that basic.
Oh,
So,
oh,
yeah, I
wow.
know. It's like, ooh, too early. Too early.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But we never connected. I never had or knew about the house angel. And you offered to do you want to do the meditation now, or how do you
Yes.
feel about that, or do you want to add anything more before we do that?
No, we can do the meditation now.
Okay, great, because I want to meet my angel and I want to know if she
Yes.
vacuums.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, great.
Okay, so you just close your eyes and get comfortable in your chair. Take a few deep, relaxing breaths. And with your awareness, you come below your feet now and you visualize beautiful golden silver roots. And you see them anchoring deep into earth. And you're feeling very grounded. Now bring your awareness to your heart. Breathe into your heart. And with your intention, open it as wide as possible. Now, call the angel of your home and ask them to come close. Ask the angel to enfold you with their energy and feel love and peace enter your heart and your aura. Now take a moment of time to interact with your angel. Get a sense of their appearance. And now ask the angel to drop their name into your mind now. Accept the name you were given. And if you don't get a name, know that your angel will give it to you in the next few days. You might read or hear it somewhere and understand that this is it. The name that your angel has given you has the perfect vibration for a deeper connection. And you can ask the angel of your home, if you wish, to help transform your home into high vibrational space that attracts abundance in all its forms into your life. This can be peace, love, joy. And then you can thank your angel for connecting with you. And you can also thank them for looking after your home. And now take another deep breath. Feel your feet firmly on the ground. And open your eyes when you are ready.
Well, that was amazing. I met my angel. And the first thing that amazed me was the gentleness.
Yes.
It was like, oh my God, the gentleness. And then I asked for the name, and the name is Beru, Beru. Am I?
Beru.
Yeah, is that a bad thing, me telling?
No, no,
Should I be
no,
keeping this private or something?
no,
Oh,
no, no,
okay.
no, no, no,
Yeah.
no, no.
And I said to her, I don't like that name. And she said, but that's my name. I know. It was like, that's kind of a hard name, for I expected the gentleness. I expected not to have a hard consonant in her name. Um, Beru. But she said, that's my name.
Baron,
Yeah.
Baron,
Yeah. Beru.
okay.
Beru.
Beru,
Yeah.
Beru.
Yeah. And I don't know if it means anything, but the gentleness and the comfortableness and the caring and the safety. You could,
Yes.
but the gentleness came in first, and that was
Mm.
just
Mm.
overpowering, lovely. And then the safety and and the what you want your home to be, the comfortable and safe and warm and gentle and envelop you. It's very nice. Thank you very much. I like that.
I'm so
I love
glad you got the
polar harmony.
name.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was great. Thank you. I really appreciate that, being introduced to her. Yeah. Thank you.
Mm. Yeah, because it changes your perception of your home, doesn't it?
Very
No,
much. The gentleness. I just loved that feeling. It was
yeah,
like, oh, well, let's go back there. Let's sit in
yeah.
that. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks so much. And thanks for doing this and thanks for being on the show. But I want
Thank
everybody
you.
to know when your book's coming out and where they can get it and where they can get in touch with you as well to work with you.
Yes. Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah. So, what is your website? Should they come
Uh-huh.
to your website?
It's franziskasiragusa.com.
Okay. Would you spell it for my audience?
Oh.
Because, I butchered your name. I tried, but I don't know that I got the accent correct.
Uh-huh. It's Franziska dot. No, it's no dot. Sorry.
No, it's that. Yeah.
Franziska Siragusa, yeah. Siragusa, Siragusa.com.
Okay, is it at Gmail or?
It's no, the website is
Oh,
franziskasiragusa.com.
I've
That's
got
the
it.
website.
Yeah, I didn't realize they
And
had it under your
I've
name.
sent you all the links for
I
my
have all the links,
YouTube,
yeah. But
my
for anybody
Facebook.
who's listening here, they can
Yeah.
come to your
Okay.
website and just
Yes.
get all
You
of
may.
that. Hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know, is this going on YouTube? Can you share
It'll
them
be on YouTube
in
as
the
well. Yeah.
description? you may be able to drop the links into this
We'll have
description.
all the links. Yeah, we'll have all the links
Okay.
there. Yeah. And your book, when is it coming out? It'll be out in a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, so in the US, it's coming out on the 6th of May.
Which is what,
In,
about 2 weeks from
yes,
now?
and
Yeah.
in Europe, I think a week later, around the 15th maybe.
hmm
So in some countries, it's coming out in July.
Oh, really?
For example, India or yeah, Taiwan. Some of the countries, it's in Australia. Yeah, I think I checked Australia. It was July, so.
Right. And but they can pre-order as well.
Yes, they can
Yeah.
pre-order. Yeah, it's been up for pre-order for a while.
hmm And they can
And yeah,
oh,
in
I'm
fact,
sorry.
everyone who pre-orders the book,
Uh-huh.
they can attend this free workshop which I'm offering for the launch of the book. So if they pre-order the book, they can just send me an email and they will get a free link for this
Oh,
workshop.
that's
It will
great.
be a
Yeah.
2-hour workshop on the 1st of June.
Wow, fabulous. Yeah. So anybody, the United States has to get on it immediately because they only have 2 weeks to pre-order.
Right.
Yeah. So move,
But
move.
you can still attend. It's I priced it at £5.
hmm
So
Oh, okay. Yeah.
if you pre-order, you can attend for free. If you haven't, you can just register and pay £5.
Oh, okay, good. And
So
when is the class? When will that be?
yes, this class is going to be on 1st of June. It's a Sunday morning. Here it's a
Mhm.
Sunday morning. There will be a recording. So if the
That's
time
what I
is,
was going to ask you. Yeah,
there
if they
will
can't be
be.
present.
Yes, there will be a recording. So if you register, you will get it sent automatically.
Okay, good. So if,
Yeah.
let's say, if you don't pre-order, if you just buy the book, you can still come in and get that recording for five
Yes,
pounds at that point. Yeah.
yes, you can. You
Yeah.
can.
Okay, great. And that would be just emailing you through your website.
Yeah, you can get my email address from the website. Yes, you
Yeah.
just email and say, I pre-ordered your book. Please send me free link.
Okay,
And I
great.
will
Yeah.
send it.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for being on and for telling us all of that and to introducing me to my house angel.
Well, thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
inviting me. It was really such a pleasure.
Thanks.
I really enjoyed.
I have another quick question. Is my house angel take care of my yard as well?
Sorry, of your
My house angel, does that extend to to the land around my house?
oh, the land.
Yeah,
I'm not sure about that, but you can ask your angel.
I will. Yeah, I will.
Tune into your angel and
Yeah,
ask them, are you also taking care of my land? And see
yeah,
what drops, what comes in. It'll be yes or no. I'm sure
yeah.
you will get a clear response if you ask.
Okay, great. Thank you again. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.